like a test that I fail, so depressed when I can't seem to get out. But something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't, that's what guides me the most. Your lies, I'll do what I want.
Well, good morning, mate. How are we doing?
Good.
What are we doing today? Playing patrol?
Yeah, playing with patrol, getting this new rear bar back on.
Sweet. What is it? What brand and stuff?
It's a ROCKARMOR. I don't really know anything much else from it.
Yeah, but it's got spare wheel holder and jerry can, did you say?
It's got 2 wheel carriers and a dual jerry can holder.
Nice. Oh, so you can swap it out, can you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes, I just mount on the back. Just bolts onto your jerry can holder.
Yeah, right.
You just undo these 3 bolts and then you just put your wheel back onto it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's sick. So it's fully interchangeable.
Yeah.
Pretty quick and easy too.
Yeah.
That should be good. Should be pretty straightforward to put on, I hope.
Yeah. Then we just gotta figure out the wiring as well.
So is it an optional extra to have the jerry cans and the things,
so you get so what you get in the pack, you get rear bar and 2 spare
wheels,
tyre holders.
Yeah.
And then you buy the jerry can holder on top of that.
Cool. So what's what sort of a costing thing if you were to buy all this yourself? What does it cost you?
It's about, I got it on sale, but it's about $2,100.
Yeah, cool. So it's a decent investment.
Yep.
But I mean, if you consider you got 2 spare wheels or water and spare wheel, it's a lot better than putting it on the roof or in the back of the car.
Yeah, that's right. And these can hold dual 35s.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's heaps good. Because you got to worry about the weight, because that's what you're talking about. You didn't want to put the 35 on the back of the door because of the weight and can be a bit of an issue.
Warp your door.
Yeah, so I mean, this is a very, very good alternative, as well as getting a protective rear bar to stop you coming down on any rocks that are going to damage the back.
Yeah.
It's all steel, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all steel.
Yeah, nice. It's all strong. It's like 3 mil.
3 mil steel all the way around.
Yeah. Got supports on the inside, got a little step, and 4 lights as well. That's good.
Yeah, all lights.
Cool, this should be good.
Replacement
number plate relocation.
Oh
yeah.
Onto the jerry can holder.
So we got to wire that in.
Yeah, we got to wire that in.
Alright. So we can get rid of this plastic one. Huh?
Did I hit a couple of times?
Yeah. A few scrapes and things, bruises on them. Do the mud, what happens with mud flaps then? Because that looks like it's bolted to the bumper.
Yeah, so apparently you undo your mud flaps, but the mud flaps bolt back onto that rear bar.
Oh, cool. Right.
But I might redo something with mud flaps and get new
mud flaps. Ones, yeah. Ones that aren't cable tied together.
Yeah, broken.
Jeez. She's looking clean. Those wheels are very shiny.
Yeah, I just washed it yesterday.
See, that's a smart thing to do. I never washed the car before working on it, and then every time I'm underneath, it's just I'm getting coated in mud. So
I don't know how much the mud's gone from underneath, but at least it's...
The bumper could be full.
Yeah, who knows.
Cool. Alright.
Let's get into it.
Well, let's start demoing. Alright, rear bar is off, as you can see. The plastic one is no longer, and we're about to start whacking the steel one on. Now, the car has had some dodgy cabling in the past, so we did have to cut a cable that was running through this rear bar here, so we'll just rejoin that, that's fine. But we've relocated some cabling to make it a bit nicer, and then we're pretty much ready to put this on. We do have to wire up all the lights, so they're all hardwired connections. We'll just do some joins and stuff behind here.
Run reverse from the actual tail lights down
to the reverse.
Which is a bit of a pain in the ass, but
yeah. Is there heaps of length on that we can run that up?
Possibly. Oh, it's a decent amount.
Yeah, we might be able to get it up in there, eh?
I just don't know how you're going to get the cables up into the... Oh, there's one down the bottom that's already done, and we'll just take the cables up.
Yeah. See if that works for us.
So this side would be probably the easiest to get to.
Yeah.
I reckon then just run a cable straight across to here instead of getting to that one.
Yeah, and just tap it across.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be easier. And then we're pretty much ready to whack this back on now. It's wasn't actually too bad taking it off. There is bolts along the top plastic piece, so you do have to pop that off, and then there's a bunch underneath and just the sides. And then there was just 4 bolts holding this one on, just on the chassis rails here, which are the same mounting locations for the new steel bar. So if you can see down there, they got the same orientation that what mounts up here. So do we get new bolts with the kit for that?
No, you're ready. Possibly.
You have to take off obviously that middle piece. One of the screws, there was a tech screw or something holding on the reverse camera, so that snapped. So we're gonna have to grind that down and make it nice and flat.
Looks like it does come with new bolts.
Does? Cool. That'll be good.
But there's no instructions, so we just guessing.
we think it might come with new bolts. We'll find out in a sec. But yeah, so obviously we just bolt all this back up and start wiring it up a bit, and then yeah, come back to you, I guess. We've got the bar sitting there at the moment. We've just got to deal with the angles and trying to figure it all out. But it's looking pretty nice. Are you happy with it?
Yeah, it looks good. Can get these, get it all fitted up properly.
Yeah, it should be good. So we're at the point now where we need to double check some instructions, which apparently there may be a video online.
There's one video
of someone
of them
doing
installing it.
Is it them installing
Them
it?
installing it.
Oh, okay. So they might have some
But
pointers.
that's it.
So we just need to figure out angles, because at the moment when you put it on it, when you push it up so the doors have clearance, it wants to hit the flare. So we just got to make sure everything fits well and do it the proper way. What do you reckon, Mia? She's excited. Alright, let's go watch this video.
Let's do it.
So we just watched a quick video on their website, and we've basically got a heap of bolts. We knew we were going to have to put them in. We just put the factory ones in to hold it, but we've got to find, there's a little black shim that they've got that basically goes between the old little toe point that you technically can't toe off, between this and the factory bit. Found it?
Yeah.
Just a plate with 4 holes in it that's got to space it out basically. And then we use all this hardware to mount everything back up the way it should be. We'll figure this out. It would be nice if they gave you instructions, just so you know what was going on. The dogs know what's up.
Yeah, they'll try and help us out.
I'm sure that Zoe run off with the bolts in.
Yeah, won't be surprised.
We spliced all our connectors for the LED lights onto the connectors of the old reverse, no, what were they? Blinkers and brakes.
Blinkers and brakes.
Yeah. We just haven't done the yellow one yet because the factory blinkers were a halogen bulb. These are an LED, and when you swap from halogen to LED, you need to run resistors. So we've just left this one off temporarily. We'll run down and grab a resistor or something to try and sort that out. Same for that side. And then the way the reverse lights work with the Patrol, the left side is only a reverse light, and we didn't know this, but we pulled the other side off and there's actually no cabling, no lights there at all. That's literally just a dummy.
Yeah.
It does absolutely nothing. So what we're gonna have to do is, with this reverse light on that side, this is the cabling. Obviously it doesn't, well, it might reach actually. We'll probably tap this into this cable and then run this one up into the reverse light here to get our join, to take our feed from the reverse light to power up then. Blinker is the only one you need to worry about for resistors. Everything else is straightforward. We also went through and deleted an old cable that was just sitting there, that one that we cut and was going to join. It was doing absolutely nothing, so we've deleted that, left this bit in here to use as a draw wire just to get our cables up. But other than that, it's kind of just figure out this jigsaw puzzle.
None of these washers fit.
Oh really?
Not a bit.
Oh, we got no idea. Alright, well the bar's sitting on there now, it's all fixed down. Trick here was with the ROCKARMOR bar. Get it to where you want it, so Bailey held this to the gap he wanted while I tightened up the bolts under there, the 2, up on the chassis there. Get that to where you want it, tighten them down and get them like nice and solid in place. Do the same for this side, get that nice, and then do the 4 on the front.
So you do those 4 hand tight first.
Yeah.
And you get those ones in hand tight, and then you pull it down to where you want it, tighten it, and then you tighten these 4 last.
Yeah, because we found we were trying to do this one first, and every time you do it, the lip of this little checker plate step would go straight up and hit the door. Now, I'm not saying there's a huge gap there now because there's barely anything. There's like a millimetre or 2.
It doesn't help that my
max.
door is dented.
Yeah, it's a little bit dented, this door, but where it sits out here, it's fine. You'll be sweet. But where it tapers in for the tyre is like right on it kind of thing. So we had to do a little bit of panel beating there just to pull a dent out, and it clears it now. But yeah, if you ever hit something real hard with this, say goodbye to your doors, I reckon.
I reckon I'm going to have to trim it at about that height all the way along.
Yeah. That's only if something happens.
That's if something happens.
Yeah. Righto, lunch is done. We were meant to run out and grab some things, but we found grease, and we decided we'll just do a temporary sort of connector for the number plate relocation. So we didn't decide to go all the way and get gear, and then now we've realised that we meant to get a resistor for the blinkers. So we're going to do as much as we can now, and then we'll probably go get a resistor or something like that. So things left to do is, now the rear bar is on, obviously there's all the cabling mess to sort out. There's also brackets. They bolt onto the rear bar and then they bolt onto the chassis, and you actually have to drill a hole somewhere, I don't know where exactly it is, somewhere over there through a body mount. What else do we have to do? Grease the bearings. So we'll grease all them up. All those bearings go with these side gate things which are over there. And then they sit on the pins on either side of the back of the bar. Alright, so we played around, went through that maze of bolts over there and figured out how these mount. You're meant to drill a hole. You're meant to drill a hole through that and bolt it on. Now that black piece that you can see that's new going up is probably a good inch, probably like 50mm away from that body mount. So there's no chance you just drill and bolting that. So I don't know what their plan is for that, but it doesn't work very well. Then we've got our mount down the bottom there. That just goes into one of the original tow bar mounts basically. And then underneath there's another mount there that just gets bolted straight through, nut and bolt through the body or through the bar. Now Bailey's exhaust hangs, I don't know if it hangs funny or if it's just meant to be like that, but it's an aftermarket exhaust. It kind of hits, you can kind of see in there, it's all,
You can see on this side.
scratched the dirt off it. So it kind of hits a bit, but it should be okay. We're not going to worry about the body mounts at the moment, like bolting them on. Just going to leave it for now, and if we decide to do it later then we can. But it's a bit strange that it's so spaced out. We're going to start packing and bearings and stuff in the doors so we can get these doors on, then we'll play with the wiring after.
Yeah,
Time to get your hands dirty, bud.
Yeah, I'm getting buzz on now.
Definitely. Grease is not fun.
Look at it straight.
There we go. Mate, perfect, mate. Mate, perfect, mate. So they're all now on. They move great with the bearings. They feel really nice. Weren't too hard to put on either. Actually, probably the easiest thing about this whole job is packing the bearings and putting them on. Now you just got to adjust these brackets. Now, when it comes in the kit, this one looked pretty straight, but this one, as you can see, is on the piss quite dramatically. So all you do is you back it off and the holes are elongated, and then you swing in your bracket and align it to suit. And then once you get it all where you want it, you just tighten it down and that's it, that's done.
I'm inspired by thirst, I'm inspired by worth. I desire your worst, so you can just hide while I work.
Well, the sun is starting to go down, but we do have full tour mode activated now. We've got our tyre on, got all this mounted up, latchable and lockable and everything. Open the door. How does that all work with it? Should clear it heaps, yeah, nice. Sick. Only thing, you know how you're talking about making this door swing further? You won't be able to now.
Yeah, it won't swing, it doesn't swing that much.
I thought it goes full all the way, like.
No,
yeah.
it only comes out through out here.
Oh, okay.
It's not much.
Oh, okay. Well, that'll work then.
Yeah.
So we noticed that this jerry can holder, when you straighten it all up, it's on the piss of it. So he's going to swap out these lug nut bolts that they put on it for actual nuts and washers and stuff. But yeah, it looks good. Free hanging and stuff.
It's much better.
Doesn't have to carry jerry cans in the car anymore and spare tyre on my roof. Easy to use
So that's
too.
better, that one. It might just need a readjust.
Yeah, now that the weight's on it.
Oh, that
Still goes
that
right.
went in hard. That
Yeah.
was alright.
But yeah, there it is, full tour mode. So you can kind of see what I'm talking about. It's on the piss a little bit, but that'll be straightened up. If you're looking at getting one, they do stick out a little bit. Probably a good 400, 450 mil from the back of the car.
But you need the space for you.
But you need to
Your
be
back
able to put
tyre.
everything in there. Like obviously you've got all this bar work and stuff that has to go on to hold everything. So, and then this one this is spaced out pretty far. It can go further in, but one of the nuts inside that are welded in are just not really giving us any play. So he's going to have to re-tap it or something like that,
Yeah.
because it's just destroying the bolts. But we can, as you can see, the tyre can go back in further, so one day he'll probably get around to doing that.
Yeah.
Or not, he'll probably stay like that for years.
Probably. It looks alright.
Are you pretty happy with the overall product quality and build? And
Yeah, the overall quality. There's just some things that could be better, like the angle of that and the nuts on the
yeah, the instructions.
and no instructions.
Yeah, we did.
A couple of little things.
You can definitely tell it's handmade rather than like a factory, because like these are all folded and everything. But if you look underneath where they've been grinding with a grinder, they've, you know, there's obviously hand done marks, I suppose. So someone's gone a little bit too deep on a grinder, or there's still a grinder mark. And then in terms of painting, there is some painter's tape still around it where they've masked off areas, but it's nothing like to be an issue really. It's, you just take off the tape, like it's not that much of a drama for something that's going to get probably dragged along a bank anyway. It's not that big of a deal.
I'll write a second, third verse about the lies you go disperse. You never did I know it hurts, but something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what got me.
Alright, cable management done. I don't think so. I think that's everything. We've done the reverse.
We need mud flaps. That's the only.
We need to get mud flaps, yeah. So all our stuff we think is done now. We've got all our cable management done underneath. We've done our joins and stuff for this bad boy. So that light should work now. That should be everything. We should be able to turn lights and things on now, and it should just work. Fingers crossed.
Let's give it a shot.
See what turns on or not.
Alright. Headlights.
Yep. We don't have the thingo's not turning on, but the number plate light. Alright, next one. Let's disregard that for now. That might be those shitty splicey things.
Yeah, right, blinker.
Yep.
Yep.
Flicking like crazy because we've got
Left
LED.
blinker.
Yep, that's working.
And brake.
Yep, that
Yeah,
works.
sweet.
What about reverse?
Hold on.
No, that's not. Oh yeah, sooty.
No reverse?
No,
Nah,
hang on, wait. Yeah, that's not working yet. Alright, let's try this again. We played with a few connections, redone some what we thought might be faulty ones. So hopefully this will figure us out.
Tail light?
Yep, we got the number plate light on. Have you got it on?
Yeah.
Nah. Yeah. Alright, we'll give it a go again. Try again.
What, reverse?
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Nice. So the trick was factory wiring. The earth or the ground cable is black. With the Chinese Charlie lights, the ground cable is white and the active cable or the positive cable was black. So when we've wired it up the bottom, we didn't think about that and we just wired it up the wrong way around basically. But they're working now. They look good.
Much better.
They look nice. Well guys, as you can see, it's pitch black now. So we're starting to pack up. We've got quite a bit of a clean up to do. But the bar looks great. It works well. He's going to go and get some resistors for those blinkers because they are flickering. And then obviously we've got to tidy up all the cabling, put that back up. What else? Oh, I've got to get some mud flaps for it.
I'll just put those ones on for the moment and I'll just make some other ones up.
Yeah, makes up some custom ones. And then just the nuts to straighten up the jerry can. But apart from that, she's done.
Yeah.
All the lights are working now. Stoked on that. It took us probably a good 5 hours, 6 hours, something like that.
Yeah.
But a lot of that was standing around trying to figure out how to put it all together. Other than that,
undoing and redoing stuff as well.
yeah, we undone the bar after putting it on like 3 times. But it's good now. I think we're pretty happy with it.
Yeah, I'm happy with it for sure.
Stoked. I'll try and get back to Bailey's and show you guys in the daylight before I post this video and stuff. But for now, you can kind of see what's going on. You get the gist of it.
Yeah.
It's nice. Keen to go out camping.
Yeah, okay. I need to test out these camping lights as well. These ones.
Yeah, we got full lights on the back door, on the sides, both sides now.
Sides are out. lights up really.
I'll probably end up coming back to get some footage of it during the daylight just so we can see it complete. But other than that, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. There wasn't much going on really. You won't really know how to put a bar on after this because neither do we. But you know, at least we had some fun with the patrol. It's always good getting out here with the mates and building the cars that you want to build. Thank you guys for watching this video. If I don't get back to you, then this is the end. Otherwise, roll on to the next clip. Alright guys, well it's been probably 2 weeks or so. So since we've done the rear bar, Bailey's been driving around on it and getting it nice and dirty for us just to show it off. He's enjoying it, I believe.
Yeah, it's going good. Yeah, for sure.
So have you been able to tell with the weight on the back?
It's not, well, a little bit. It is a little bit slower with the weight in the back.
But practicality wise, it's great.
A lot better with practicality wise, yeah, for sure.
Spare
and I've got
tyre.
a spare tyre.
Yeah, that's it. You can finally carry one.
I've been running around without a spare tyre, which is a bit risky.
Yeah. And sorry for any wind noise you're picking up. I'm trying to block it the best I can, but it's a bit windy. So he's gone and got himself some black jerry cans for the diesel and stuff. I think it ties in nice with the back of the bar. And yeah, it's full. Everything's working. Did you end up doing the blinker resistors yet?
Yeah, I did.
Did? Sweet.
So they're all working.
So we got normal blinkers now. So he's setting up the car for a end of year big trip, which will be good fun, and I think we'll be tagging along with him. And yeah, he's preparing for a touring life.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
So just to recap on the bar, it's a ROCKARMOR rear bar for the patrol with the 2 swingaways. Now the swingaways work as 2 spare wheels, and then you get the added extra. Or did you purchase the added extra?
Yeah, buy the extra jerry can holder.
You can take this off and run 2 spare wheels, or he can swap it to the other side. It's both interchangeable because all that is a triangle pattern with the 3 bolts. And yeah, like he just said, yeah, bolt it in. So both gates are full swing away, as we can see.
And it's quick release too.
And quick release.
Pull it quickly
Out she goes.
And then you lock it in place. And then it's locked in place.
It's not going anywhere. And then for the number plate light, obviously it's on the jerry can and you've got the light that they supply. The cabling just runs back, and then we've just done a join which we run down to, where did we run that to? Then we ran it to the brake light, but when the Parker lights come on, that's right. Yep. So that's all good, and then yeah, the spare wheel's the same. It unclips here and swings out.
A little bit heavier.
One thing we had an issue with when we were installing it is that there was a slight dent here, and this is like a bee's dick away from hitting that rear door. So if he ever comes down hard on something, there's a chance we might be grinding the bottom of that door off a little bit, just so that it all fits, unless he went down the route of getting a new door. But I think cutting it was a better idea.
I think cutting it might be a better idea, for sure.
Pretty happy with it?
Yeah, works good.
Overall cost and budget, you reckon it's sort of...
It's budget friendly, for sure.
Budget friendly, yeah.
Definitely.
But still good quality?
Yeah, still good quality. There's a couple of things that we've had to fix up a little bit. Like, what is it, one of these nuts in here. It was just getting cross-threaded.
Oh yeah, did you re-tap that?
I didn't re-tap it.
Just screwed it in?
No, it's because it's the front one.
Oh right, that's it.
Yeah, so
because we were trying to bring it in more, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's just a couple, like the instructions weren't that great, or there weren't any instructions really.
Yeah, we're going off a video online.
Yeah. And then some of the brackets just didn't fit right, so we just made it fit the way we could.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, apart from that, everything else is working pretty good. It's a solid close when you're closing the door, as you can see.
Yeah, nice strong latch.
Yeah. And then you just put your safety pin in your hole. And it locks in.
It's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And even when driving, there's not a lot of play in it. So I was following him, not full drive tracks, but on the road, and it was not bouncing at all, to be honest with you. Maybe we're on the tracks, it might move a little bit more, but I think the bearings and all the stuff that's going on in here is plenty strong enough. When we were looking at it, it's pretty solid shit.
Yeah, it is pretty strong stuff.
So I think it'll be plenty strong enough that if it gets any wiggle with 2 tyres on here or anything, you're not going to have any dramas. Obviously you got your high lift jack points on the back with those T's, and then what you can do is put the factory loop back on here, but we opted not to because it's kind of impractical. You can't use it as a recovery point.
Yeah, I don't know what it's there for anyway.
It's just there for ugliness really. Might be to tie up your swag or something. But yeah, so we bailed on that and put the rear camera in that spot. And yeah, you still got your factory tow point and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, because normally all your other tow bar, like your rear bars, replace your tow bar, and it only rated at like 1.5 ton.
Yeah. Okay.
And his car was rated at 3.5 ton towing.
Yeah, you're right.
So that's why I went down this track as well. It's a bumper replacement, not a I don't know what else they call it. It's
Yeah, like a chassis mounted or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, right. So it ties in pretty nice with the overall look of the car. He's got all the black accessories, and then up the front is a TJM or ARB bar. That's a TJM. So he's got the TJM bar on the front.
I think it's TJM.
And nice thick steel edges that come down, and then the nice thick steel on the back. So I think it looks nice. Really suits the car, and it's given him heaps more storage space. But no, I think it's good. Overall, successful, looks well.
Definitely.
We've already covered it in dirt, so that's what we want. But what we were talking about before about that stripped bolt, if you can see how far the spare wheel hangs out, we're trying to suck it in a lot more to the car. So if we can bolt it into that front one that is cross-threaded, it'll be able to tuck further back to the car. So ultimately Bailey's probably go down that route, just get it closer so it's not hanging out as far, but all in all it holds it well no matter where you put it. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed that install video. I think it was a little bit scattered. We've done a bit of just time-lapsing and things, trying to figure out how to do everything. But yeah, that's the install of the ROCKARMOR rear bar on the Patrol. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe for more content. We're going on a few trips this year, and then we've also got installs going left, right and centre. So anyway, thank you for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.